Blue helped my eyes. You know what? I went and saw 12 Years a Slave. I saw 12 Years a Slave the other day. And I don't know what I was expecting. We went to go see the film, and I was made sad for 2 hours by this film. It had a moment at the end, like I guess the quote unquote happy ending. It made me angry. This dude can't get these 12 years of his life back. You can't get those years back. You've missed out on everything. I started thinking about this positive feedback this movie got for slavery and the negative feedback that Django got for its depiction of slavery. Okay, well, there was the word nigger. The white man called a black man that. Lynchings and whippings and all this stuff. And I started thinking about Django. I said, Django had lynching, the word nigger, and it had whipping. They even had Mandingo fighting. All this stuff is real. But people had such a huge problem with Django. Like that type of nigga didn't exist. I look at that like this is a Nat Turner love story. You know what I'm saying? It was freedom fighters back then. You know, but why is one okay and the other one's not? I know, because you laughed at it, because people found certain things funny in the film, it was a problem. No, you shouldn't be laughing at slavery. I get that. I get it. But I started thinking about what was funny. What was funny about that movie? Oh, please, Jesus, let me kill this nigga. Sam Jackson screaming on the floor after getting kneecapped. Like, oh, please let me kill this nigga. People laughed at that. But would that have been funny had Morgan Freeman said it? Probably not. Had it been Sidney Poitier, would it have been funny? No, the same line would not have been funny. It was only funny because Sam Jackson said it, and Sam Jackson is known for cursing people out and being hilarious doing it. It was not a funny line. Nothing was funny about, oh my gosh, I'm finna die, and Lord, please let me kill this nigga before I die. It wasn't funny. Like, it had a few comedic elements, I guess, by him wearing that blue suit and stuff like that. But there was some comedic relief. I mean, but a lot of it made the white people look bad. Like, when they were getting ready to do the raid and riding around with the horses and had the white hats on. I can't see out this. You know, that was funny. You know, but it was comedic relief. He did not make a mockery out of slavery. You were making a mockery out of not smart people who so happen to be racist and trying to pull off something that they didn't quite do too good and end up dying. I feel like Quentin Tarantino did an excellent job of keeping the film from being so heavy. Side note, let's not forget that Quentin Tarantino did the same thing over in the Holocaust. I think it was called Inglourious Basterds. And I don't remember hearing as much uproar for him killing Nazis. And was there as much uproar when he killed Nazis? I had to catch myself on 12 Years a Slave. Like, yo, are my eyes watering up? Is this a tear coming down? Because this fella's, you know, the scene in the movie I felt like went on a little bit too long. And I was like, wait a second, this is really disturbing me. And I guess people, okay, well, slavery is always supposed to be depicted in this heavy light. It's always supposed to be sad and depressing and, you know, depicted like a Holocaust. Which it was. You know, and there's nothing funny about that at all. You know, it was very bad. The stuff that he depicted in that film was gruesome. That scene where the dog was tearing them people apart, there was nothing funny about that. Like, that stuff was real. The Mandingo fighting was real. There wasn't any funny, like, hilariously joking fun made at actual slavery. If there's anything Quentin Tarantino does, he goes over the top with his gore. But he always makes fairly serious scenes. We just laugh at certain stuff that's done in it. Okay, it's been written essentially to keep people from having this depressing feeling so that we can feel good for Jamie Foxx at the end and say, yes, he's a hero for going and getting back his family, which essentially what the 12 Years a Slave, his whole His whole idea, let me try to get back to my family. And the problem was coming from people who said they refused to see the film because it's not supposed to be funny or whatever. It was, but it wasn't like Quentin Tarantino was setting out to make a comedy or a mockery out of slavery. You had a black guy who was a slave who was winning. And it gave you something to cheer for instead of watching a black person suffer and then connecting with that emotionally and then walking out of the theater like, yo, I feel effed up on the inside. 12 Years a Slave had moments in there that were exceptionally long that made you stare at it and made you feel like, you know what? Okay, I've seen enough. Come on. Enough is enough. You know what? Come on. Come on. Like, I really had that moment. It was just how the film was done. Now, could there have been lighter moments in there to make that, you know, not necessarily as heavy? Yes. Yes, there could have been things to break up that tension. But I think that's what it was. It was supposed to evoke that emotion out of you. But Quentin Tarantino's film, it didn't go that direction to do that. So, because he didn't do that, it's a problem. Should he have done just another race relation movie? I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just talking. Take a sip of my sweet tea. It's good stuff.